Welcome in, guys, to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. You know what time of the month it is, man. It's that time for the Mythic tier list. This is your boy JustCMTexx, and we're gonna go ahead and get straight into the Mythic tier list, man. So this month, what I tried to do when thinking about the tunes in RTS and going over them, going through kits and things of that nature, I tried to make it as meta relevant as possible. So you will see some changes, some unique changes with the tier list. You know, you may agree, you may disagree, but that is okay. We want to go ahead and get into it, and we want to look at the Mythic tier list for the month of May. And what we have here is our D tier list. Now, these tunes are on a D tier list. It's because they're not meta relevant at the moment, right? I mean, they still could be used if you just want to just have some fun on like your regular road maps, things of that nature, stuff of that, like that. You could even kind of build some, quirky teams and put these guys in that team. Like Sophia is fun to use. I use her from time to time just when I'm doing some road maps, and Dexter as well, putting a strong attack team together and things of that nature. So these guys are good. Now, we have two of the very first foundational leaders on this board. We have Glenn and Rick here. They're here. I mean, Glenn could still be used in Conquest, and Rick could still be used on Challenge Run. But when we talk about the major game mode, which is like War, and he's just not meta relevant, in that case. So this is why these guys are here. But this is the Mythic tier list for the D rank list. So we have Beta, Bruce, Carl, Dale, Darius, Dexter, Erica, Gabriel, Elodie. Gabriel has potential. If he could be a overheal 2 tune, instead of overheal 1 like Davey, I think he could actually be boosted into the meta. Eugene, Frost, Gator. Just talked about Rick and Glenn. We have Gregory, we have Harlan, Magna. So much potential for her in the beginning. She was doing like this little bonus HP to her team, and when she got hit, she was cleansing. But as time goes on, you fall up out of the meta. Governor 2000, Trash, Herschel, Lori 2000, Cal, Mercer, Rosita, Shiva, Sophia, and my guy Tyrese. Tyrese was really good. I love Tyrese in the beginning. He was slapping through everything, man. The first born of the slapstickle people. Now, here we go with the C tier list. So on this tier list, we have Rick 2000. Now, I know some of you may be like, oh, Rick 2000's here. He can be higher. Yeah, he could be a +2 tune. It just depends on where he's at. But this is where I have him at. Princess, okay, she was very good in the beginning, but they're just better tunes right now that you can use out there. And her startup is really, really slow. So with how teams are going, and Williams out here on the defensive teams, and he's giving HP and things of that nature, it just becomes tough. Once you start getting going and things of that nature, and reflect damage, all that type of stuff. So this is why she's here. We have Aaron, Abraham. Abraham can be paired with Shiva. They make a nice combination on certain aspects. We have Aiko, Andrea 2000. Now, she could be higher, +2 tune as well. We have Connor, Jesus, Dayu, Dwight, Garrett, Negan 2000, Romanov, who is it was last season's War tune. It's just not meta relevant at the moment. Sandy, Thomas Richards, and Uncle Sam. Now, I know some of you like, oh, Uncle Sam's tough. I still struggle with Uncle Sam. It's just where I have Uncle Sam at on this tier list. He's just not as relevant in the meta as some other tunes, and so you'll see that with this tier list. Remember, keep in mind, what I'm talking about is the idea of meta relevant. Now, let's go ahead and look at the B tier list. So these are all the tunes that are on the B tier list. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Why is Skeleton Steve here? Because Eva exists. She insta kills Skeleton Steve instantly. So You know, he not as strong as he used to be. You know, Eva takes him out immediately. So we have Tara. Tara used to be a very strong leader, you know, but like I said, new tunes come in the game, meta changes. So, you know, she's just not as meta relevant. We have Old Man, Gregor, Razzo. Razzo could be a +2 tune. Like these three, Skeleton, Steve, Tara, Razzo could be, you know, +1, +2 tunes, you know, a highest S rank tier, right? You know, we have Mr. Lou. Mr. Lou is in the B tier. Mr. Lou has fell off a lot. And you know, I get the idea behind Mr. Lou, but it's just, you know, not as prevalent as you know, Mr. Lou could be. So we have Mr. Lou here at the B rank. We have Alice, we have Andrea, Ash, Barker, Claudio, who was just in a stash, Jackie, Old Man Greg, Gregor the Grouch, Dario, Thanksgiving, Tyrese, Valentine Davy. Now, Valentine Davy can be +2 as well. It just depends on the setup in which you have him in. And the holiday heroes are very strong. There's combinations you can put together, and they are a very strong group. So you have Governor Kapoor. Now, Kapoor could be +2 depending on his setup. And he could work in the main team on the offensive end with Pamela's lead. She's kind of quirky as well, too. So you can be able to do that. So we got Dr. Steve, you know, Dr. Stevens, Jessica Anderson, Gia Fang, +1 as well, +2. Juan, Marcus B rank. Yes, depending on the team you put him in, he can be a little bit stronger as well, too. We have finishing out this list, Martinez, Mirabelle, Ralito, Sawyer, Skins, Valkyrie, and my guy, one of the first disarm tunes in RTS, Wayland. So that's what we have there for that. Now, on to the A tier list. So on the A tier list, we have Lydia. All right. Now, some of you may say, oh, why do we have Lydia here? Lydia is S rank. She can be +1, +2, right? It's just that, you know, there's just different combinations you can go with. She is still relevant in the meta, very relevant in the meta, but as I said, I think that she has taken a slight step back from the S tier list. We have Angel here. Angel's A rank. Some of you may say she's S rank. Angel gets obliterated. She's not as strong as we would think. You know, this depends on our setup. She can be, you know, strong in certain instances, but she's just not by herself. Yumiko is here as well. Yumiko works out with the confounding and she precision tune. She's very sneaky. She's very relevant in the meta too as well, because you need heavy control tunes on the offensive side to stop the defense from going off, you know, and this is something that you just need to learn about the meta and how it works. So we have Cliff here, we have Davy, we have Diamond, okay, Eva could be +2, and we have Harper, Headless, Herschel, Lady Z. You know, Lady Z could be +1. You've already seen my video about Lady Z. If you have not, go check that out on the channel as well, with the Lady Z video. Putting her with in certain scenarios, she's gonna boost those alert tunes. Very relevant right now. And the structure of the Lady Z team can definitely take out a lot of the Pam teams as well too. So we have Ivanova, Conrad, Veronica, Michonne, and then Michonne 2000. Both of them are still pretty good. And right now, if you are new to Walking Dead Road to Survival, you can actually get 5 copies of both of these guys, man. It is absolutely good if you're coming into the game, because you're going to be able to start with a very decent offensive tune, offensive set too. So we have Morgan. Mr. Jones could be +1, +2, depending on the team setup. We have Negan, Nick, okay, which was the last Battle Pass tune, could be +1 as well too. But he's limited by just the main. We have Nimrod, Reynaldo, who is the current tune that is in the Season 1 store. Now, Reynaldo, once we get our hands on him a little bit more, get him active, Reynaldo will definitely move up in a tier, because he's very meta relevant. Then we have Ty, and we have Vance here as well. So that's the A tier. Now, this is the S rank tier. So we have Carol, Holiday, Hero, Carl, Christmas Carol, right? I know you guys are like, why is Christmas Carol here? She's meta relevant. She's very meta relevant right now. Okay. Easter Eva, Gentleman, Isabella, Laupo, Lori, right? Mike has been hanging around in there, man. Him and Lydia, they both could be, you know, S tier, like they are just hanging around. Very, very good tunes. Pamela Milton. Why is Pamela Milton S rank? Because she is a meta defensive tune. Now, she's meta. She's just a meta defensive tune. You know, people think meta is the best. I'm not saying she's the best defensive leader. I'm just saying she's meta because she's widely used. Okay. St. Patty, Priya, Rosita, Holiday, Rosita. Okay. This is the anniversary Rosita. Rudolph, Shiva, Sam and Tom. Titan is S rank as well. We have Trader, we have William, and we have Zachary. Why is Zachary up here? Because certain of these St. Patty teams that are put together, it's just how they constructed. They have no burn and bleed resistance on them. Can melt them easily with the Zachary counter. He's still relevant. And if you look at tunes that are coming into the game right now, a lot of them have burn and bleed resistances in certain ways. Like when we talk about Wangfa has a 2-turn burn and bleed resistance. Why? To directly counter Zachary. Literally. Even though he was made such a long time ago, he's still relevant in the meta and people have to try to guard against him. He's the start of the OP tunes. So that's what we have there for the S rank. Now, this is my S plus rank tunes. Now, Andre, Nightmare on Elm Street, all right? He is like Freddy Krueger. He actually even looks like Freddy Krueger a little bit. This guy is terror, man, on the defense. And with his boy Peacekeeper coming out together, paired together, absolutely nuts. You know, because Peacekeeper is payback and bite. It's just nuts, bro. So then we have Clem up here. Clem is going to become a premier leader. If you got her, you're going to need her, okay? She is a crit specialist. And I have a video coming out about the Telltale team, you know, and why Clem, Kenny, and Duck is S plus rank. I know you're like, well, why are they there? It's a reason that they're there, and it's because their offense is needed against some of these payback teams and things of that nature. You know, when you attack with Kenny, Kenny gives you a chance to turn bide and payback to 0, and he gives that to all his teammates. And these guys slap, so it's gonna, you know, work out well. So this is what we have here, man. You have Clementine, Ezekiel. You have Ghost. Ghost is very good. His will is up right now. If you don't have him, you know, I recommend you get him. I do have Ghost. I think I have him LB1. You know, so Ghost is a really, really good tune and everything like that. We have Kenny, Slapsticle, Slaptastic. He is absolutely a monster. And Wangfa. Why is Wangfa S plus? Because he's meta. He's a meta defensive tune, man. I know you've been in war. You see a lot of these Wangfa built defenses, right? And that's because he's meta. He defensive buffs himself. He's a good defensive leader. Okay, then we have Duck, who is right now the Mythic Battle Trial, the Mythic Battle tune, Battle Pass tune. So you definitely want to go ahead and go after Duck if you can go after Duck. And then finally we got Peacekeeper. Okay, Peacekeeper is just a terror. We know how he is. Nobody likes him, all right? But everybody wants him. So Peacekeeper is really good, man. This is your May tier list. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm also going to do a 20K giveaway with the video, right? Down in the comment section, you just have to comment my idea for a tier list, okay? You just comment my idea for a tier list. and you'll be entered into the raffle to be able to win 20K gold mythic coins, man. This your boy, JustCMTexx. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Peace.